Did you know Google Slides can be your teacher assistant? Join us this week as we walk through a day in the life of a Google Slides teacher and how Google Slides can help you save on planning time and keep you organized. Hi teacher friends, it's Katie from Team Lucky Little Learners. Have you tried using Google Slides to drive your instruction and keep you organized and on schedule? If not, is it because you're worried you're not tech savvy enough or do not want to add more time to your lesson planning schedule? I am here to tell you anyone can be a Google Slides teacher. I made the jump headfirst into using Google Slides a few years ago, and I invite you to join me in a day in the life of a Google Slides teacher. I will show you all my tips and tricks. Let's dive in. Before we take our deep dive, you might be wondering, why Google Slides over Keynote or PowerPoint? And the answer is simple: storage space. So let's compare. Google Slides, everything is stored online, and Keynote or PowerPoint, it's stored on your computer or external drive, which can really take up computer space. Plus, with Google Slides, I can work on it from anywhere. Let's set up our first day using Google Slides. My template has a blog post, video instructions, different icon colors, and extra slides. And you will see all the different extra slide types here listed on the right. But I think we'll take a quick tour of these slides. There's slides for pretty much every subject area you can think of, as well as morning meeting, lunch, recess, snack, intervention time, specialists, and even special events. I like to keep the special event slides down on the bottom underneath my slides. That way I can just pull them up anytime I think I might use them. We also have additional colors and different colored icons to use if you want to customize. If you are going to set up your own Google Slides template, just start with a slide for each subject area. However, I wanted to keep my workload less, so I chose an already made template. This next step is super important and should only have to be done once, only restructuring a little bit when there's special events. I put my slides into my schedule order. There's a couple ways to do this. You can copy and paste. You can also just drag your slides around. Once it's organized, this will be set up for the whole year. Now it's time to add some text and images and videos. I type my instructions in for the kids, and I also like to add a picture. This eliminates students saying, "I don't understand what you mean by the heart word sheet." There's a picture of it right on the screen, and let me show you how I do that. I lesson plan on Thursdays and do all my printing on Fridays. And so as I'm printing the PDFs or the resources for next week, I take a screenshot of the first page and I pop those into my Google Slides. Once your screenshots are taken, it's time to insert. Click the mountain icon and upload from computer, and I have it saved in a way I remember. Then I'm just going to size it down so it doesn't cover any of the writing, and I just move it off to the side. I do this daily, and students just look there if they don't understand the words yet, because let's face it, there are some second graders who don't know. I go through and do this for all of my slides, entering text and pictures of the activities. Now I just thought we'd walk through the rest of my day just so you can see it. So I do have morning meeting after morning work. I separate into a greeting, which I just type in each day. And then I use our morning meeting discussion slides and our morning meeting slides. We have a different prompt for each day. Now I want a brain break. So I go to Insert, Video, and I can either pull one off my computer or go to YouTube. I know exactly what I want. I love Coach Corey Martin's brain breaks. So I'm going to grab one of those. I like this autumn one, going on a bear hunt, sounds cute. So we click on it and the insert button shows up, and you'll have to resize it. All right, back to our day. We have reading, and I like to give an overview. Here's everything we're going to do in reading today, friends. Next up is word work, and with our 3 different beginning S blends, I show the students what their whiteboard should look like when they draw columns. I'm using Lucky to Learn Phonics Beginning S Blends unit with just a mini lesson today. This is available on All Access. We're working on plural nouns. I love to take a screenshot of my anchor chart that's up on the wall. I once again put a screenshot of the independent activity students will be doing, but this is my favorite Google Slides hack. Put in PNGs of the school supplies they will be needing for this activity. And to do this, I just do insert image, search the web, and I typed in scissors and glue stick. This way, if a student forgets your directions of what supplies are needed, they can simply look up on the board. Here are my reading stations. We'll dig into this trick in a second. Then it's time for specialists. Today we have Fayed. I like to put this anchor chart of hallway expectations up the first few weeks of school just as a quick reminder. Same with intervention time. Writing today, we're going to use 5 senses. So I'll put up a prompt and then I'm going to insert an analog clock timer. This is tapping into executive functioning and it shows students exactly how long they have to finish their task. I love this visual timer. This is great. When you have your presentation up, if it's on your whiteboard or a smartboard, you can even use your markers to draw in and show them exactly how long they have for each task, sort of like a working clock. You can see as time goes on, the timer gets shorter. They can look up and see how long they have to finish their writing task. Back into our day. Next up is lunch. I just have an indoor recess slide. This never changes. I just have it in there just in case. Math and overview once again. And I use Lucky to Learn Math. I love to put a picture of the supplies. We're on lesson 1.7, place value. We've got 4 math stations: music, snack, social studies. This week in social studies, we're talking about fall festivals around the world. For dismissal, I have a to-do list and I am going to put in some music. I do 3 minutes of instrumental so they're not worried about singing along, and they know when the 3-minute song is over, they need to be packed up and ready to go. I have found this to be very effective. I choose this one. I like this electric one. I do the same one until we're very sick of it. It is kind of faster moving and it sounds peppy and they get going. Now let's take a closer look at my stations. To create my station slide, I simply inserted 2 lines and screenshots. I have 4 reading groups. I named them after trees: maples, oaks, pines, and elms. And I simply rotate the group names around in each station. There's all 4. I do 10-minute timer in the corner. When I'm in presentation mode, I can press play. And yes, everything looks big enough they can tell what their activity is. Now each group has a color code, so the students that can't read the words know that they are the blue, orange group, etc. I do the same for my math. Dog-themed name math groups, and they each have a color. You'll be surprised at how quickly students memorize what their group word or color is. There are a couple of ways to link a PDF to a Google Slides. I have just inserted it as a PDF and I just scroll through while I'm teaching, but you could also insert it as JPEG images through an online converter. Now let me show you how I do it. I'm heading to All Access and grabbing another Lucky to Learn Math place value lesson. I am going to go with this lesson here and download it to my desktop. Once I have that, I'm going to upload that to Google Drive. I keep it as restricted and I grab a link to put on a screenshot in my Google Slides. I hope this video helped you realize that Google Slides can help drive your instruction and keep you organized. Think of it as a teaching assistant. If you're interested in the templates I used, you can find them in the description below. Happy teaching! And remember, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to catch our videos every week.